Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with another video. So if you are a returning subscriber, hello and thanks for coming back. And if this is your first time here, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe so you can be a part of the bell. Of the bell what? Just subscribe, you know, the button is right there. Press it, that's all. So today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how I do some juicy wand curls on this kinky straight hair. So this kinky straight hair is actually from my hair collection, Crowned Bells. I'm gonna link it in the description box below so that if you are also looking to get some, you know, kinky straight hair like this, you can go ahead and use the discount code in the description box to get some coins off your order. So this is the kinky straight wig in length 24. This is where it falls on me. I'm 5'7", so let me move that so y'all can see it. This is a glueless lace frontal wig, so that means that you don't really need glue to hold it up. What I did is I just sewed an elastic band in the inside and then put it on so that it's secure. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to wand curl this hair. So this hair has been freshly co-washed. I just put some conditioner in it really quickly last night and then I let it sit for like a few minutes. It wasn't too long. And then I washed it out and then let it air dry. And so I'm just gonna brush it out before we begin. And you always wanna make sure that you're brushing your hair extensions from the tip to the root. This is what the hair looks like. It's nice and soft. So I usually like to use some heat protectant spray, and this is from L'Oreal. This is the Advanced Hairstyle Sleek It Iron Straight Heat Spray. That's a lot of words, but this is what it looks like. And sometimes I like to put a serum in it if I'll just be like straightening it or whatever, but I don't think I'm gonna use the serum today. But typically it gives it like a lot of shine and body. So the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take my hot comb and just gonna lay down the middle so that it's a bit more flat. So so next, the wand curler that I'm using, to be honest, I don't have my other wand curl on hand, but I got this generic brand curler that I'm gonna be using. It literally has an on and off button and that's it. But we're gonna make it work today. Start from the back and work my way up to the front. So I just take a section from the back just like this and then brush it out. And then I'm gonna curl it towards the back of my hair. So you notice how I twisted and then looped it around. So if you want it to be like very chunky, you want to twist and loop it around. So I'm gonna let it sit for like a few seconds, and then when I drop it, I'm gonna hold the curl in place so that way it gives it a little bit more time to set. So let me just come up closer so you guys can see it. This is what it looks like. It's nice and round curl. So yep, you want to make sure that you hold it for a little while so that it can set and then you can drop it. And so this is what it looks like. So yeah, I'm basically gonna just repeat this all around my hair until we're done. So I guess I'll stay right here so you guys can see it even closer. So today I was just thinking about like how much I've grown, or like, yeah, how much I've evolved. That's the right word. How much I've evolved over time. So I noticed that when I first started my YouTube channel and just like really getting myself out there, I was just very shy and like reserved, and I would not film certain things because I would be concerned about what people would say, or I would just be so like closed in when I'm filming and my personality won't shine through and I'm just like just there. And then I would see other people's channels who are more like bubbly and out there, and I'll just be like, oh my gosh, like, why do I have to be so introverted? Like, why can't I also do that? Whatever. And one thing that I realized is the importance of just being authentic and being yourself and just letting who you are shine through. And I feel like a lot of like different circumstances or certain things that you go through can cause you to suppress your personality and who you are. And I feel like that definitely happened to me, because like growing up, I was a bit more like extroverted and a little bit more outgoing, but then as I was growing up, it's like certain things were just happening, and I just got to the point where I just shut everything inside, and yeah, didn't really want to express my full self. But this year, I would say like last year into this year has been very life-changing for me. Like, I've just been really able to lean more on God and really understand my identity in Him and who He has created me to be. He did not create me to be out here fearful of anybody. He did not create me to be fearful of any man or any woman. He created me to fear Him and Him alone. So why am I out here suppressing myself, suppressing who He has called me to be, suppressing the things that He has put in my mouth to speak, just so nobody will have nothing to say about me? But that's a dub, because that's not okay. And so this past December, my church had a camp that I went to, and my pastors preached about the power garment and just basically like letting God strip you away from all the garments that basically suppress you, all the garments that keep you in a box, all the garments that do not allow you to be who God has called you to be. So all the garments of shame, all the garments of timidity, all the garments of shyness, like there's some type of shyness that is just not okay. Like, and there's some type of being reserved that is not okay. So like me, for example, if I'm about to be having a whole YouTube channel, I need to be able to connect with people. I can't just get on here and just do what I gotta do and leave. Like, you guys are not just here just to see how to curl your hair. Like, I want you guys to get something out of every single one of my videos. I don't want to just be doing things without purpose and just doing them just to do it. I actually want to, like, you know, build a connection with you guys and be able to share things that will help you, that will encourage you, that will motivate you. But how can I do that if I don't allow God to strip me of that garment of shyness or being afraid of what people will think about me? Like, it's not about me. That's what I had to realize, is that it's really not about me. It's about letting God shine through everything. Yeah, I'm just gonna be, ooh, this looks good. I like this. So yeah, going back to what I was saying, those voices in our heads, like, we need to get to the point where God's voice is louder than those voices. Get to the point where God's voice is literally the only voice that you hear. So before, I used to be very, when I have to go somewhere that there's gonna be a lot of people, I literally like freeze up and I just do not want to go, because I don't want to have to deal with just like talking and stuff. Like, I just get so overwhelmed when I'm around like a whole bunch of people. But I had to talk myself out of that. Like, no, like, it's not okay to isolate yourself. It's not okay to always be by yourself all the time. Like, you need people around you, especially if it's godly people who are gonna encourage you with the word of God and just speak life into you. Like, that is nothing to stay away from. And so what I realized is that the devil tries to isolate you so that he can get you in a state where he starts speaking more to you. So the more you are secluded from voices that will build you up and voices that will edify you, the more those tiny voices in the back start getting louder, because you're not around anybody who will counteract those tiny voices. If you're someone who really is in a place right now where you've been isolating yourself, I would say to just try to go out more. Be surrounded by people who will build you up and people who will encourage you. Because, yeah, isolation is not good at all. It's not good at all. And it really gets you into a place where you start to become depressed and all of that. So, just curling this back. I'm almost done. I'll be done really quickly. That's one thing I love about kinky straight hair is that you really don't need to take tiny sections to curl it up. Like, it gets curly really quickly. And I just realized I didn't even spray the heat protectant in my hair. But that's okay. So yeah, I feel like truly this month, there has been like a shift, I would say, like in me personally. There's really been like a different type of boldness that I've gotten, and I've just been understanding like who God is and who, oh, excuse my lace, who God is and who he has called me to be. So that makes me confident knowing that he actually, like, I'm actually here for a purpose, and if nobody approves of me, God is the one that approves of me. Like, that has just like increased my boldness. And also like just being surrounded by like-minded people. And I thank God so much for that, because I feel like before I didn't really have that. And so it's like certain things that I will think about or certain things that I would want to do would seem so like outlandish. But now the space that I'm in now, I'm literally surrounded by like-minded people, like people who actually get and understand me. And so I just thank God so much for that, for surrounding me with people who would pray for me, encourage me in what I'm doing, and all of that. Like, it's such a blessing. And I pray the same for you. Like, if you're also watching and you're in a space where it's kind of like a wilderness season for you, it's kind of like just dry and empty, and where you kind of feel like you're on your own, I would definitely say to lean on God, like lean more on God, because you are in this state for a reason, and soon you're gonna get out of it and you're gonna testify about but yeah, like if you're in the wilderness season, I would definitely say to like lean more on God. This might sound like cliche, but he's literally there with you right now. Like, he's there with you. And so I would lean more on him, get more into the word, allow him to speak to you like continually. And the more you hear his voice and the more you obey, he's gonna lead you to your appointed place. Like, that's literally all I have to say. It might be the smallest thing, but just obey. And imagine doing small things like that every single day. The next thing you know, you're where you're supposed to be. So I don't know if you guys noticed, but I've been taking like a few pauses in between what I'm doing. Like, I stop talking and then I hold it like this. That's because I almost burnt myself. That's because, as some of you guys know, I'm also a business owner, and one of my businesses is a hair business, which is closely related to this YouTube channel in terms of it being hair and beauty related. So I try to be as efficient as possible when I'm creating content. So even though I'm filming a hair tutorial for you guys here on YouTube, I'm actually also intentionally taking a time to get like some still shots so that way I can use it for my hair business social media platform as well as my website. So basically, once this video is done, I'm gonna edit it out so that YouTube, you guys can get to see the full video, and then my social media will get like a shortened version of it. So yeah, I try to leverage as much time as possible for content that are translatable, so that way I don't have to do things twice. So I took some headshots before I started filming, and I'm gonna take some after I'm done, so that way I can use it for the YouTube thumbnail as well as my audience on social media can get to see a before and after, or just 2 different ways to style this texture hair. So that's a little bit of some business advice if you are an entrepreneur in the beauty industry. I would say definitely leverage your time as you are creating content, so that way it can be translatable across multiple platforms. And so one question that I notice I get sometimes is, how do I reinvent myself with each business venture that I start? And honestly, the answer is that I don't. Because everything that comes out of me is already embedded in me, and the same for you as well. So that's why I can do hair or be an engineer or teach people how to start their businesses, because it's already embedded in me, and I'm just allowing God to express himself through me. Honestly, like, all we literally have to do is just allow God to move and work through us at the appointed time. Like, I'm sure there are a lot of people out there who have a lot of like different things that you want to do, or there's just like so many different things that are inside of you. And I feel like just not suppressing it, and when the right time comes for you to do one of those things, then just birth it forth. It's just like a woman conceiving and giving birth after 9 months. You're always getting new ideas and new strategies and new things to begin implementing. And the conception stage, I would say, is the idea. Like, that's the idea that you have to work with. So just go ahead and embrace that idea and start working on it. Do your research, and at the appointed time, you're gonna be able to birth it forth. God did not create us for us to just be in a box. There's so many different facets to us. And now when I think about it, I realize that you don't struggle with utilizing your resources when the resource is embedded in you. You don't struggle to utilize your resources when the resource is inside of you. So when God lives inside of you, when God is inside of you, he is the source for everything that you do. So you don't have to struggle to find things to work with. You don't have to struggle to find people to work with, because he that is inside of you already attracts those things to you, and he opens your mind to be able to know what move to make, what to do, where to go, who to talk to, who to interact with. So yeah, allow God to just dwell inside of you and move through you. That was a word. I just would have never really just been this expressive. Like, I would typically come on here, do my hair, and leave. Like, I don't be having time to chat. But I really thank God for what he's doing in my life, and the boldness that he has given me to be able to speak his word. Like, it's very refreshing to know that even while I'm doing my hair, somebody is getting their healing. Even while I'm doing my hair, somebody is getting a shift in their mindset. Even while I'm doing my hair, somebody is getting their breakthrough. And I thank God so much for that, and for basically removing that cage and whatever it was that was muffling me, and covering up my mouth, and just allowing me to be more expressive and to be able to share his word with you all. So yeah, you get a word and a hair tutorial. Look at how that works. So we're done. And this is what it looks like with just the curls. But you know, I like voluptuous hair, so I'm gonna just comb it out with my fingers. But let me just turn around so you guys can see it. You know what? I'm gonna be doing hair and business and word. Do you guys like that? Comment below if you found this like very useful and interactive. So whenever I get the chance, if I have a word in me that I have to say it, I'm just gonna say it while I'm doing the hair. If not, y'all get the hair and I'm out, or something else. But if you guys enjoyed this video, let me know. Like, I really want to know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Yeah, I'm just gonna brush it out with my hands so it could just be more bouncy. I think I might go back with the brush and just like brush it out so I get like a wavier kind of look. But yeah, if you want it to look like this, you can just stop right here. I'm gonna go through with my brush and brush it out. So this is the type of brush that I'm using. It's like a harder brush with harder bristles. So that way I'm not like breaking up the curls too much. And then I like to brush it in the opposite direction. This is what I love about kinky straight hair, is that it is so versatile. It gives you so much body and volume, and it holds a curl like really, really well. Okay, so here's the final look of it. This is what the hair looks like. I love how like bouncy and loose the curls are. There's just so much body in this hair. I love it. Yeah, so this is why I love kinky straight hair. Like, you can never go wrong with a good kinky straight wig. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you found this video very useful and enjoyable at the same time. I know we had a little word in there, and I hope that also blessed you as well. So thank you once again so much for watching, and make sure you subscribe and come back very soon for another video. Bye. And one more thing, don't forget that I'm leaving you guys with a special coupon code so that you can save some coins off your order. So make sure you hit the description bar below so that you can find out what the code is and go ahead and get to shopping so we could be twins, okay? Bye. Look at that pussy. What a hair. Go and get you some crowned bell hair. Like, do y'all see this body?